Greetings, family. I hope you can hear me. Let me double check. Cause we know how you two be doing me. We know how you two be doing me. All right, we have some sound now. Okay. Now let's put the mic in. Greetings, family. Happy Saturday. Let's get this party started. All right. You should be hearing me loud and clear. Welcome back to my channel. I am Travel with Tay Tay, and we're about to make some food, make some snack boxes, right? Make some snack boxes. Perfect. We still have sound. All right. I don't want to be on here for long. My apologies for having to cancel Friday Night Frights, but I want to share with you all that I was on a deadline. I told you about two things that I was applying for, and I did what I was supposed to do, and I put it in. So we'll see what happens. If I'm supposed to win, then I'll win. But I can tell you this, family, the more love that I show myself and the more I try to elevate and grow, I can tell you that there is an angry person out there that is just comes on my page, and they put in three um posts. I screenshot it under three different people, but it was the same. It was the same comment, and I'm like, damn, somebody really be hating on the kid. Miserable people just want you miserable with them. So once you decide to leave them where they are, it's just funny, all these comments that I'm getting. And I'm like, wow, okay, it's the same comment, so it's probably the same person. But they said, but I'll see you on Friday Night Frights. They had all these horrible things to say about my channel, but then they were like, well, I'll see you on Friday night. So just so you know, even when people don't like you, they will watch you. Well, hello and goodbye, Starry Chan. They'll still watch you. Good evening, RH. How you doing? I missed you all. Star Chan, this is not the channel for you to come in here wilding, because I can tell you, bruh, I will put you in timeout like a child, or I will just block you from this beautiful light channel. Okay? So I hope you have a good one. Okay. Yeah. Well, welcome, guys. I have missed you. I got to turn this, I have the music up, but I've missed you all. A lot has been going on, but since this is about food, we're going to talk about food. I don't know if you all, there are a few things I want to tell you about. I went to Dollar Tree the other day and I found this, which was crazy. Right now you would look at this and say, ooh, this is some ghetto ass Raisin Bran. But look what this says. Let me see. So I always try to read this, right? Come on. I need you to focus. It said, well, hold it. You see? Product of Egypt, which is crazy, right? I try to look at this, and if it contains any bioengineering stuff, I try to stay away from it. I don't always I can't always follow that because if I need tomato sauce or something like that, like Prego and Ragu, it's in there. Bioengineered stuff is in there. So when I can and where I can cut corners and make things myself, I will. But I don't have the Anna Nicole Smith life. I don't have the life where I'm just like, oh well, okay. Um, Hi Tommy, bye Tommy. I don't have a husband to handle everything, so I can. It's a lot. All I'm gonna say it's a lot for one person, right? So I try to manage everything by cooking and trying to do things myself, but it gets to be a little overwhelming. Missed you too, back in the country. Let's snack. I'm hungry. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think if I'm saying welcome back, it's time to say welcome back, married woman. Is am I correct? Welcome back. I should have did this sideways, but I didn't. So I'm gonna do it like this. So y'all, let me just show you this. When I went to the church, I went to the church this Saturday. Y'all saw me work out, but I didn't. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is too close. It is. That's why. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Okay. So when I went to the church, I got this, right? This is like one of those school size bags of, this is arugula. I thought I turned this down. And it was a box. It was a box, y'all. It was 4 of them in there. 4 of these big size things in there, right? So what did I do? Me. They're like, oh, you want the whole box? Of course, I'll take the whole box, right? So I had this whole box and it was 4 of these. So if for any of y'all that watch the show Mom, that was my show. I ain't even gonna lie. I like that show. Them recovering alcoholics were crazy as hell. It was funny, right? Even though alcoholism is not funny, but this is what the shows that they have. So they were like, "Hola, Christy," right? He always used to say that, right? One of the when she worked at the restaurant. So Christy, I love Christy. I took her class the other day, and my core is still sore. You hear me? My core is still effing sore. But she saw it and she was like, I was like, you like arugula? She said something about butter chicken or some type of chicken. I don't know what she said. I'm gonna have to ask her again what she said she would make with the arugula. But I said, take the whole bag. She was like, really? I'm like, yeah. She was like, thank you so much. Sharing is caring, but especially when it comes to healthy food. Now, I had bags of, I'll get to your comments in 2 seconds. I'm just kind of like, I need to use these red tomatoes and put them in some vinegar. I soak, vinegar and water. And that's how I clean a lot of my fruit and vegetables, and baking soda sometimes, but I don't feel like grabbing a baking soda. So I'm just going to let those sit in the vinegar real quick, and then I will be rinsing those off and putting them in my bento box, snack box, whatever you want to call it. But she was so happy that I gave her the whole bag. She was like, thank you so much. I'm like, shoot, what the heck I'm not going to be able to eat it all. So I asked this woman that I know is a vegetarian about arugula. And I think she misunderstood me because she was like, I'm not going to be able to eat it all myself either, right? But I was going to put it in no, I'm not trying to get sick, yo. I was going to put it in a 1 gallon like Ziploc bag. These are radishes. I decided to grab some radishes because I do put radishes in my bento box. And so she was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to eat it either. So what I did was I Googled like different recipes with arugula. Yo, first of all, most of the time people use it as right the salad, right? Put in their salad. But did you know that you could saute arugula like spinach? Now, you see that bag? I've been putting a dent in it, right? I need my greens. So, oh, girl, you putting them all in one, like you're only making two. So I took a lot out of these because I'm going to fill all of these up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. I'm going to fill all these up because um, I was talking to my mom today and I said, you know what? If I have these, now, yes, my ass probably want popcorn and french fries, right? Who doesn't want freaking popcorn, popcorn, french fries, and chips? But I know my fat ass can't have, oh, positive talk. I know that my 5'9", 211-pound frame, yes, that's what they said. I weigh 211 pounds and I'll be 211 pounds. It can't take all of that, popcorn and chips and stuff like that. So I know I have to eat better. But if I have these, I will eat from these as opposed to eating something different, right? If I have my snack boxes, I will eat from these. I will grab this instead of grabbing something else from the refrigerator or a snack that I shouldn't be eating. Like I have an abundance of apples. Oh, let me cut up this apple because one of these is trying to go bad. Cut up this apple and it may not, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want something bad to eat. And then my body will say, hey, my brain, girl, they said you weigh blah, blah, blah. What you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna eat this damn apple and call it a day. Oh, no, no. Okay. I'm still gonna cut the rest of it up. This is why I wish I had a compost. Okay, so let me see what y'all talking about. Where you get those black, so these are like containers, section containers. If you meal prep, I'll post a picture so that way I'm not sure. So I'm gonna tell you, an old friend bought those from me a long time ago for my birthday because I was talking about meal prepping. So she bought those for me. I no longer, well, whatever, you know. But she bought those for me a long time ago. But I know that they have them on like Amazon though, RH. Yes, Married and Biden Jewel, I am taking your lead. I'm going to start making snack boxes and food preps. Well, first of all, we're not going to just okay, I want to eat this right now. Oh, okay. We're not just going to over talk that. Congratulations. Congratulations. I don't know, you all that are in here, let's throw in purple because her profile picture is purple and blue. So let's throw in some purple hearts for RH. She is a married woman. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. I'm going to invite you to my fake wedding. Okay. I got a fake husband. I do. I have a fake husband. They don't live on this continent, but I'm grateful for them. But no, I'm just joking. Congratulations, RH. And I feel like anybody can benefit. Oh, that's a big fat carrot, so I'm going to eat that one. Anybody can benefit from these. Now, I know that there are many people that say, growing up, I used to be like, I don't eat carrots. I don't like carrots. I was just talking to my mom about this. But we're going to throw these in there. Let me cut the light on. Sun going down. It's getting dark as hell in here, right? Here we go. Y'all like, girl, we can't see shit. So I remember growing up, there were a lot of things that I said that I don't eat. And I'm just like, girl, Shantae, you were special then, honey child. And I'm not talking about special in a good way. We have this because we're going to be throwing some fish in there, some baked fish. Y'all, I've been getting my life together. I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It's just that when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, it makes it a little hard for me to really be on my social medias. But sooner or later, I finished. I told y'all I had my deadline was May 1st, right? So May 1st is over. So what does that mean? I can breathe a little bit. I can breathe a little bit. So I'm like, all right, now it's time to cook. I'm just trying to manage my time as best I can, right? Isn't that what the guy said on Man on Fire? We just do as best we can. As best we can, Denzel said. As best we can. We just do as best we can, right? I'm running a one woman only show, one night only, and I have more than one night, right? One night only. Come on, baby, come on. So I'm just trying to do this as best I can, as best I can. But I know that making these will totally help me in my life. Okay. These will help me in my life. And I think you see that when they have different shorts and they have people, that Carrot try to get away. No, you're mine, Carrot. When you see the shorts, they're doing this because they work. Doing things like this, they work. Hey, Eliza, how you doing, sweetie? Hi, Tracy. Thank you for being a part of this live. I always say, dare to inspire. When I first started my fitness journey, not going to say fitness journey, my lifestyle change. When I first started my lifestyle change, like I told you all, I used to walk around Asbury Park, New Jersey with my cousin's dog. Sorry. D-O-G. And people laugh. Oh, look at her. Her fat ass just walking around. I walked 39 mother effing pounds off of me in 4 months. Amongst other things. I did push-ups up against the wall. Right? Next thing you know, people want to walk with me. The same people that was trying to clown you will be the same people that ask you, how did you do it? Right? Hey, Kim, I'm in Jersey right now. I'm leaving to go to Philly. Safe travels, boo. What's the weather like in Jersey? I'm doing great. Had the day off, just relaxing. Eliza, I can tell you, I think there is someone I know it's someone that's using your name, because I screenshot it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to YouTube. Because someone's using your name. I think they use maybe Ali Baby as well, and another person. And it was the same comment. And I'm like, damn, people are pathetic, yo. And I know where it's stemming from, because why would anybody that don't know you take the time to try to regurgitate the lies that was spoken against me when I was in the shithole of the Gambia, right? So I'm like, you know what? Evidently, Tay is doing things right. No, I don't have glucose issues. So I've never, as long as I eat, oh, let me just say this. The person's name is J-N-Z-Y. I'm sorry, I can't see all those little letters. No, I don't. Because I know some people say, oh, you can't, all that fruit, this, that. I don't have glucose issues. So I know the more vegetables and plant-based foods that I eat, my body responds the proper way to it. So, ooh, wait. Okay, so y'all don't, ooh, girl, don't push that on the floor. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting up cucumbers. RH, this is how they cut the cucumbers up in the Gambia. Much prettier though, right? The food I know, when you go to resorts and stuff in other countries, the way they present the food is so beautiful. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to eat this. I have a salad, it's like so beautiful. Oh, I don't even want to mess this up. But no, I don't monitor glucose levels. I don't have any issues with that. I think that's for people. I don't know. Let me not start the lying. But I know people that tell me about glucose and they can't just eat fruit and all this other stuff is when they have diabetes and stuff. So, but thank God I was 244 pounds and no diabetes, no high blood pressure. My ass was just fat, you know. Am I overweight? Yes. They said the girl is 211 pounds. I almost had a freaking conniption in the damn doctor's office. What the F you talking about 211 pounds? Right? They like, well, you know, you can get, we could put you on a GLP-1. I'm like, hell no, I got a big enough head already. What, I'm supposed to have the Ozempic face? No, I don't want that. So, you know, that'll make me leave that damn Twizzler crack alone, right? I'm like, oh hell no, Shantae, you was bullshitting right before, but now you really can't have any Twizzlers. It's okay. She was like, you have to give yourself a shot. No, you have to take a shot every week. I said, wait, I got to do that myself? She said, yes. I said, look, when we used to have to do the finger prick, right, to get your glucose, I used to jump. I was sweaty. I don't do well with needles, man. I don't do well with needles. So I was like, yeah, I can't do that. She was like, all right, so let's just start to walking. So she prescribed me walking, eating before 5, eating dinner at 5 o'clock. She prescribed me to walking 1 to 2 miles a day with all of my mini braces because I need to trade my damn body in. But I'm going to keep moving. Because the 76-year-old that was in the gym today, she told me, when your ass stop moving is when you die. I'm like, well, I don't want to die. So we're going to throw some of these cherry tomatoes in here. Let me just, okay. Oh, it's 58. I'm sorry. Let me send you some light. It's not too hot here, though. It's not too hot here. Let me see. Yeah, it really does help. Apple cider vinegar helps. Okay. And I'm just reading the comments. Elisa, I know it's not you. I don't have proof, but I feel like if I tell YouTube, but YouTube is not going to do anything. They let someone post my address and, because no human is actually looking at it. It's like, well, they didn't post your full address. I'm like, well, what the hell? This is why Google got sued. And I'm not afraid to jump in that lawsuit. Not that one, but I'm not afraid to jump in a lawsuit because it's wrong. But it's just someone that's jealous. That's it. We are at Rio's mostly. I'm gonna start meal prepping. We ate at Rio's. Their food was really good though. And, I think that's owned by I met the owner through I don't know if it's multiple owners, but I think he's Lebanese or he was light skinned. He wasn't African. I met him when I went there with Nima Dia. Nima Dia was just that girl. She was just whoring in the Gambia. I'm like, well, she thought she could do what she do in Florida. Them dudes in the Gambia like, what, girl? Everybody come here to whore. You ain't no special. You ain't special. You're not special. We gonna smash. We gonna let you floss in our car, and we gonna smash, and then we gonna leave you behind. And I was like, oh my God. She said she had 8 boyfriends. I said, well, she's trying to end up dead. Don't she know people are jealous? She's wilding. All right, so what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. We have 6, 7, 8. Okay, we need 2 more. I lost 156 pounds and I showed my before and after, and someone told me it was Photoshop. Kim, they was hating. You see? Because people think that you can't do it, especially without Ozempic or any, shout out to the people that use and don't use because it's weight loss drugs or whatever, right? Because The thing is whatever is needed, right? Some people are at points in their life where it's like, yo, I need this. I need this to jumpstart. Now, the woman told me, my doctor told me, she said, I would just put you on for 3 months. But I'm like, I don't want to lose my I'm going to put the apple in here. Does anyone else make their salads like this? Put apples in it. I love apples in my salad. She was like, it would be 3 months, but I'm like, wait, but I'll lose my muscle mass, right? So I was like, well, what about the side effects? And she was like, you know, they said stomach, whatever. I was like, girl, we got stomach issues and digestive issues. This is why I need to eat like this all the time. And she was like, I would have you on such a small dose that wouldn't even make a difference. So recently I found out someone was micro dosing, right? Her family wasn't happy that she was doing it, but she said she felt good. She said, Shantae, I had gotten to a point where I wouldn't even look at myself in the mirror. And how many of us can say that, right? We're so unhappy with how we look, and how society wants us to present ourselves, or how we're supposed to present ourselves in society. And we don't know what to do. The weight won't come off. The weight won't move. And then we're just disgusted with ourselves. And I told her, you know what? Respect for you saying that and realizing that, so she don't care what her, people are like, she don't care what her husband said. She's like, I want to feel good about myself. She said, I can lift weights. I can do things that I couldn't be able to do before, and she's using that as a jump start. She offered to pay for the e-gym for me. It's $10 a month, but she said she'll pay the initial, I think it's $50. And you get like a little wristband and it's machines. I have the video. I just got to release it in my membership, and due to safety issues, I just can't show it in the public, right? With my freaking 86-year-old stalker and shit that never go to the gym. So, but you can Google e-gym. So they have machines and stuff, and she's so proud of herself. Now, we don't know the long-term effects of using a GLP-1 if you don't have diabetes, but hey, I will never knock anyone that needs a jump start. My jump start was being in a room with two people that one is a vegan, one is a vegetarian. And I'm like, I don't know. It's like I got conviction. So I was like, you know what? This is something you want to do. Then cut it out, Shantae. And I cut it out. Tay, that looks good. Prep, you are inspiring me to meal prep. I'm serious I'm going to the market tomorrow. Yes, and you know what, RH? Ooh, mandarin oranges in your salad. Yes, I had some the other day, but I didn't buy any. RH, that's the great thing about doing this. That's the great thing about doing the meal prep, because you can put in here whatever you want. Yes, it is hard work. Kim said, yes, they are jealous. This stuff is hard work, not hard work when you're doing it on your own. No surgery, no drugs. Let them know, Kim. Let's say it louder for the people in the back. It's the thing is sometimes people use things as a get skinny quick or whatever, right? I know someone that was 600 pounds and he had the weight loss, the surgery. He had the surgery. He had the gastric bypass, and he was losing. He felt good, right? But he didn't do what he was supposed to do. Some people, the thing is learning how to eat is the main thing. Because if you don't know how to eat, as long as you're taking a GLP-1 or any drugs or have surgery. I know someone that had tummy tuck. She would never say she had it, but she walk around with a waist trainer on all the time, right? She gained weight everywhere else except for in her stomach, right? Because she had weight loss surgery. But and to, kudos to her. But if you're not going to eat right, if you're not going to exercise, You are wasting your time and your money. And then what happens when you go from being 200 pounds to, no, let's use myself. 244 pounds is where I started off, right? Almost 20 years ago. And God bless you. God bless Yinks. I'm thinking you saying me. I'm going to take that as God bless me. Steelers. So when I started off at 244 pounds, what happened? I got down to 174. I lost 70 pounds naturally. And then what happened? One word, Gambia. And some of our effed up black people. All our black people not effed up, but the ones I met over there were effed up. Okay? That's just what it is. Please don't get offended. If you didn't meet them, then you don't know the shoes I walked in, God damn it. Okay? So, but what happens when I gain that weight? Oh, it starts effing with you. Because you know, Kim, you know how hard it was to get off 156 pounds. People act like that's easy. Some of these mofos can't even lose 5 pounds, right? But they will insult you. They will insult the hell out of you. So kudos to you. People gonna talk regardless. Whether you're smoking crack, how many times we talk about crackheads? Look at that ninja out here smoking crack. This crystal meth mother son of a lover, right? So people gonna talk about you regardless. Whether you're smoking crack, whether you didn't lost 156 pounds, whether you didn't lost $16,000 and 70 pounds, they're gonna talk because they don't have it in them to do what you've done. You know, I lost 70 pounds, lost friends, lost family. I'm like, well, these mofos were loving me when I was knocking on diabetes door. I didn't have it, but I was 247 pounds. I can guarantee you I was probably knocking on the damn door. Black and yellow. So your people's always pop up in here, RH. So I didn't, wait, do I have one more? Oh, I do have one more. Okay. I have one more. Let me make sure I have lids for all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm supposed to have more of these because I have like 14 lids. So I don't know. You know, when something is missing in my house, I'm like, somebody stole it. Somebody came in and stole my damn meal prep things. Little bastards, right? Oh my God, they killed Kenny. You bastards. So people are going to talk. That's what they do. But this is why I do this, right? People will talk, but I guarantee you, if they start doing what I'm doing and it helps them to lose weight, they're not going to give me credit. But at least in their hearts, they know, well, Tay inspired me. And that's why I do it. Because I wish somebody was there to effing inspire me, right? No one told me, this is what you do, Tay. I had all these people around me play sports, but I don't even think they knew how to eat. They just knew how to eat small portions. I didn't. Once I went down south, it was hell. What is it to do down south? Nothing but smoke weed and drink and do drugs. And I was underage. So what did we do? Go to church and eat. And that was the worst thing ever. Everybody overweight. Everybody talking about this sin and that sin. But nobody paying attention to gluttony, which is also a sin. Sorry if I'm stepping on some church toes, but the truth is the truth. And like the Bible says, the truth will set us free. Right? So that's that. So this is why I do what I do. You think I care that people come on here? Now I know that people hated me because of my lifestyle. I'm like, well, please, it's nothing I can do about that. If you hate me because I'm trying to encourage our black people to eat right and exercise, and when they retire to keep moving like our like the Caucasian folk that I go to them with, right? If people are mad with me for that, then they can go straight to the pits of hell, right? Because that means that they don't care anything about you if they don't care for your mother effing well-being of your health. Am I lying? If I'm lying, then put it in the chat. You lying. Okay, I gotta steal some tomatoes from each one, right? Because some of them have 4. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. Okay, so now I have fruit and everything. Oh, let's put them like this. I think I have more space this way. Wait. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. You better not slide off this counter. I know that. Let's push you over. Yes. What does Tim Gunn say? Make it work. Make it work. Greetings, Carrie Lynn. How you doing, lovely? Welcome. Happy Saturday. What are we doing here? We're putting these in here. I absolutely love olives. I'm going to put some more tomatoes. I'm just making these. Can you see? That's what's happening. Now, one thing someone said is the more colorful your food is, the healthier it is. Do you all agree with that? Do you agree with that? Thank you so much, Steelers Nation. Yins, it's a Pittsburgh saying that means you all or everybody. Yes. Thank you. So these are, wait. Oh, here it goes here. These are my, I'm not going to put any radishes in there. I don't feel like cutting up another radish. I can put something else. Where's my, I have this. We love this, right? They say the more colorful your food is, the healthier it is. So Carrie Lynn, I'm making some bento boxes, the fruit and vegetable boxes. So I can have these for meal prep. I have this as well, y'all. Oh, I'm gonna cut that up, baby. Now, I might have to make a fruit salad separate because I want to cut up this melon. What time is it? 7:21. Okay. I want to cut up this melon, and I also want to cut up these mangoes. So for the spots that are empty, I'm going to put the fruit in there. Now, I could totally move. Let me dry my hands so I'm not flinging water everywhere like, oh, she's flinging water like Jesus. Okay. Now I could totally move 1717. I could totally move some of these into here and then just put fruit in them. But I'm going to see first. I'm going to see because I need to put cucumbers in this one. I have cucumbers in this one. Uh-oh. Wait, where you going? I have a little bit of cucumbers in this one, so I need to put some more in there. I need to put cucumbers in there. And these two need cucumbers. So we're going to move these over here. And once I cut up, these two need cucumbers, but they already have apples. This one needs apples. And yes, y'all, this takes time, right? I'm happy I don't have any crumb snatchers running around. Mommy, 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 sit your ass down. Shut the hell up. Right? No, let me stop. Honestly, what I would have them in here doing is helping me. Come on, you think I'm gonna be in the kitchen slaving for some children that's sitting around on their damn phones? Hell to the no. I'm not that type of, I wouldn't be that type of mom. When I have anyone's children, I'm putting them little crumb snatchers to work. You heard me? I'm putting them to work. So, all right, so we're gonna put some, I'm gonna cut up a piece of this cucumber. I gotta go get over here in the corner. We have this English cucumber. I'm gonna cut this up. I'm gonna put some of these inside. I'm gonna put this in a bag. Because, oh wait, hold on. I already have a bag. Look, grabbing more bags. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the bag because I know I'm not gonna eat, but I'm gonna cut it in half so it'll fit in the bag. I have some other salads. I do want to make my falafel tonight. Y'all like, girl, you still ain't make that damn falafel? No. And I have some fish that I'm gonna bake. I want to saute some of this so that way my baked fish can go on it can sit on the bed of sauteed arugula. And what else? What else? What else? And I have some potatoes. I don't really want to do all that type of cooking tonight, right? But I have been eating a lot of blueberries and strawberries in my salads lately. Yes, that sounds so good. But I went to go buy blueberries the other day and they wanted like $5 and I couldn't make myself. Y'all, I couldn't bring myself to pay the $5. I was like, Martin, I can't pay the $5. I'm not paying the $5. So if I'm going to pay that much, I'm going to carry my behind to Costco and get some organic blueberries for $5. They be tripping. Some of these supermarkets be straight tripping with their prices. Ooh, walnuts. That sounds delicious. I'm kind of traumatized by walnuts. Did I tell you that a Black American woman, well, she was Jamaican. No, she was Black American married to a Jamaican. That when I helped her, she literally paid me in a half a bag of walnuts. I said, damn, that's worse than slavery days, Black woman. You gonna pay me in damn walnuts? She could have kept that and have the nerve, Miss Sinclair, has the nerve to try to message me on Facebook Messenger. Y'all, I done blocked her ass. I mean, you pay me in nuts, literally, and you think that that's okay? Jesus, take the wheel and help our people, please, please. So I'm kind of traumatized by walnuts. I do need to go to Costco though, but I'm kind of like trying to stay out of Costco because I know I'm going to spend quite a bit of money. So it's like the damn $100 club, right? You don't come out there spending less than 100. I did only spend 30 the other day because I bought some protein powder, but I'm like, man, I would love to put fruit in my salad more than apples, but I tend to leave my strawberries because they're most of the time they're frozen. I don't get a chance to eat them all the time before they go bad, so I tend to freeze a lot of my fruit. All right, we're almost there. Okay, cucumbers. This is gonna be so good, y'all. And when I'm running out the house, so I pack my lunch, I pack my breakfast, I pack my lunch, and depending on how busy my day is gonna be, I pack my dinner. So, but that's what I do. But these will be good for a snack and possibly a meal. So since they're already made, I can probably put falafel on it if I want it, right? I can put a piece of fish and, I can have a piece of fish in aluminum foil or whatever. And then when I'm ready to eat it, put it with that, right? So I can throw some more protein, some chickpeas, some beans. It's just the point of having these made. And then sometimes if I just want a snack, right? Say you late night, you home, I'm hungry. I want a snack. Oh, I don't want to grab any chips. Oh, I don't want to grab any chocolate or candy. Let me grab a bento box, right? Because this is fruit. This is fiber. This is vegetables. It's going to fill me up. I can eat a few pieces. Sometimes I don't even eat the whole thing when I'm eating these. That's the funny thing. I don't even eat all of these. Let me check the comments. I don't have an Aldi's here. They are good for me. I get my nuts from Costco. I try to buy them in a big bag. Okay. That's right. You have to make a nice hearty salad that looks great. I honestly got so sick of salads, ate them for so many years, but I'm ready to start making my salads again. I can tell you, Kim, when it comes to salads, my body craves it. Like, say I'm like, okay, I think I probably can eat a salad with every meal. I tend to try to eat some type of roughage. Sometimes I will eat these salads and I won't even have any salad dressing. I'll just eat it, just vegetables. So, sometimes I don't count my calories. Sometimes I feel like I should again with my fitness pal, but I don't have any space on my phone. So I'm like, girl, just eat what you're supposed to eat. If I eat what I'm supposed to eat, I'll be good. Because things like this does not carry a lot of calories. And then working out and walking, it'll benefit. It'll all balance out. Girl, oh my gosh, do you see this? I missed this whole one. Okay, I'm not cutting up another cucumber for that. I'm about to steal some cucumbers from here. You got to be kidding me. I missed the whole damn container. And I'm sweating. Okay. It's starting to get hot out here. I washed my hands 80 million times. I think this Saturday and Sunday is supposed to be not 95 or something. I think it did say 90 something, but I don't think it felt like 90 something today. Okay, so let me just cut this. So what I put in my bento box depends on what I have in my refrigerator. So sometimes you may see it may have blueberries and different things in there. But based off of what I got from the church when I went on Saturday, that's why I didn't go to the supermarket. I didn't go to the supermarket until after I went to the church. So based on what I got from the church, I was last Saturday. So based on what I got from the church, that will determine what is going into these boxes. One time I made protein balls. I can't wait to share that video. And I put some protein balls in here. They were peanut butter protein balls. So y'all know, I always say, recipes are just templates. It's up to you to make it your own. There are certain things that I can eat all the time, and a salad is one of them. And it's probably because I make it so many different ways. I put a hurting on this. Look at that. I do make them so many different ways. And like for this one, I'm using arugula as the base. And most of the time, most of the time you all know I use spinach, right? I rarely buy lettuce unless I want the spring mix. If I really want the spring mix, then I'll go ahead and buy the lettuce. But I have this dish that I want to make. I have chickpeas, I have the arugula. Oh my gosh, it's broccoli. It's just, it looks like a beautiful protein plate. And I said, oh, I want to make this. So I'm going to make it. And then I have this eggplant that I'm going to make. I just found a dish. Oh, now I was going to make the eggplant parmesan and throw some vegan sausages in there. Walmart finally got back the sausages I was telling y'all about. Let me show you. Tofurkey. Y'all ever heard of these? These were the Italian sausages I was looking for that they didn't have, and I had to buy the other ones. So when I went to Walmart the other day, I said, "Ooh, y'all got them." So I was going to make some eggplant parmesan, right? But I saw a meal and I was like, this is so much better than eggplant parmesan. It was, it's eggplant, roasted eggplant with cherry tomatoes, chickpeas. Of course, I'm probably gonna throw some peppers and some onions in there, seasoning, some oil. Then, oh my gosh, then she threw some feta, I think feta cheese. Yo, I said, oh hell no, I'm about to make this. Right, forget everything else. You know, forget that eggplant parm. I'm about to make this, and it's healthier. Okay, refrigerator. Jesus, you act like I can't have this thing open for 2.5 damn seconds. It's like your parent. Close the refrigerator. Close the refrigerator, right? You only had it open for like 5 seconds. You just trying to look to see, oh, what I need is all the way in the back. And they yelling, close the refrigerator. That's what the refrigerator be doing to me. As soon as I open it, it's like, close it. I'm like, Ninja, I just opened you. Now, if I left it open for mad hours, then something, but I like that because if you leave it open for too long, it's going to beep and keep beeping. So that's good. Okay. All right. So I was just making room for my bento boxes because they're almost done. But I'm probably going to try to make this eggplant tomorrow because I don't want it to go to waste. So, of course, my ASS is always in this damn kitchen. But how else am I going to hit my fitness goals? Right? I'm not going to hit my fitness goals if I keep playing games with my nutrition. So I'm like, girl, stop playing. Stop playing these games. Stop playing these games. You gotta stop playing these games. Stop playing these games with your health. I gotta stop playing because I'm not young anymore, right? I'm getting older. And I don't know. Every time I go to the gym and I see these older people there, and I'm like, y'all are freaking amazing. Like 70, 80 years old in there. They may not be hopping and jumping like some of the young people are, but they are moving. And I'm just like, I'm going to keep coming. You ain't going to never get rid of my behind. Now, I don't want to put these mangoes in there. Real talk. I just want to eat these mangoes myself. Yes, it's filling, and you don't have to have all this calories in a day, in a dip. Because, you know, a lot of times people will say that they can't eat vegetables like this without having a dip. And honestly, all it is just changing your taste buds. We're so used to, our bodies get used to 2020. Our bodies get used to eating the same thing. And if it's toxic or toxins, when I say toxins, it's the bad food. When you start eating something healthier, I know my family was like, oh, this is good. I thought this was going to be nasty. And I'm like, but you eat chicken cheesesteaks every damn day, my ninja. Like, give your body a chance. You think it's easy for me to turn down French fries and fast food every day? No, that is just hard. Especially when I don't have meals home already cooked. It's hard. But I don't know. I guess some people think it's just easy. Oh, no, every day is a struggle for me. Why? Because I wasn't brought up eating this way. Let me see. Oh, it's cold. That's cold, Carrie Lynn. I'm sorry. I miss Aldi's. They don't have an Aldi's here in my I think they have one in Tucson. I'm in Phoenix. I'm like, dang, I gotta drive almost 2 hours to go food shopping. Have you ever tried mixing plain yogurt with some Hidden Valley Ranch and then cut up some cucumbers and whatever other kind of vegetables you want as a snack. I have not. So one of the things is I've been trying to stay away from, if I can, is dairy. So dairy for me, um, why do I feel like I'm not, okay, here we go. Dairy for me isn't, it doesn't necessarily work for me. Boiled eggs are a great go-to. Yes, they are. Separate dip with some hidden, yes. So I've done the shopping for um the dry Hidden Valley Ranch mix, but I've never purchased it myself. Let me see how this tastes, y'all. Mm, mm. Y'all, it ain't nothing like a damn mango, right? I know these are a little different. What are these called? I do miss these, RH in the Gambia. My goodness. This is not going in any of those boxes. You hear me? These are all going in my mouth. So being able to get mangoes. Oh no, what happened here? I'm sorry, y'all like, oh, she's just chomping in my ear. Oh, this is, oh man. Look, it's no good. Oh, that's all I can eat from it. Damn it. All right, well, the little bit I can't eat from it, I ate. When I get these, I always forget I have to eat them immediately. But sometimes the fruit that we're getting from the church, you know, they have to get rid of it because the numbers are, oh man. I thought I had enough time, y'all. I'm proud of you, Steelers. Steelers Nation says, I'm so predictable in what I eat. I'm inspired to get out of the eating cycle. I'm proud of you, right? Because a lot of times it was just, for me, it was just chicken and vegetables. Chicken and vegetables. Oh, look at this. Why would they do this to me? They said, girl, you did this to your damn self. You should have been cut me. That's it. All right. Well, this is the most I got from the mango. Dang blasted. Damn it. I thought I had time. I thought I had time. And I didn't. And that happens in life, right? You're like, oh, I have time. You do not. We do not have the time that we thought we had. When I went to Zumba today, the woman told me, she told the class, I won't be there for the next 2 weeks. And she was like, my son is graduating. And I'm like, hold on. Which son? Her baby son? So when class was over, you know, I got a chance to talk to her. And I'm like, hold on. Senora. I said, which son? Your baby? She says, yes, my baby's 18. He's about to be 19. I said, what in the hell? Okay. I remember when this young man was a young man, right? It was a young boy. So now where the hell am I going with this knife? This little knife. Okay. So time flies and it waits for no one. No one. So what better time? And Steelers Nation, let me just say this. It doesn't happen overnight. Okay? Nothing happens overnight. You start, like, this is why I have meatless Mondays, right? That gives us one day out of the week. This looks beautiful, doesn't it? Hey, it gives you one day out of the week. One day, just one day, to choose a healthier meal, right? And then as you change, it's not easy. It's not easy, but as you change, your body is going to change. And I'm not talking about skinny, this, how your body reacts to food. If once the bad toxins are pushed out, you're going to always crave certain things. But once the bad toxins are pushed out, your body is not going to crave it as much. It becomes a habit of eating in a healthier way. And I don't get it right all the time. I do not get it right all the time. And you saw me eating them damn Twizzlers. That's probably why my ass got bigger, right? And like the old ugly bitter black bitches that don't like me said, with your big back. I'm like, well, I guess they haven't looked in the mirror. Their back is bigger than mine, but at least I'm in the gym. How you gonna insult somebody you ain't never even seen a damn gym? People are something else. But it doesn't happen overnight. You know, it's a process. We don't necessarily put the weight on overnight, but it does come pretty fastly, right? Pretty quickly. But the weight comes on very quickly. But one thing I will say is the more changes you make, slow changes, the more it becomes a part of your life, Stealing Nation. And I wish I had more time. It's just that sometimes I get tired, y'all. I get overwhelmed. But one of the things I always do is I record every day. Now, whether I post it, that's the problem. But I record every day, which means if my devices are full, I have content upon content, especially food content. So I just did this video, right? I told y'all I was competing for something. So I did this video, and one of the requirements or qualifications was for me to create a video. And I created it, right? Y'all, I did it on my computer. And I'm like, wait, girl, this video came out way better than when you do edit videos on your phone. So I'm going to actively try to do these videos for you all. The different food videos that I've done. Because I know I don't have time, a lot of time. Oh my God, this is so damn sweet. Even to the rind. Isn't that what's called? Even to this is damn sweet. My goodness. So I want to edit the videos and show you all, you know, the vegan, I made a vegan, not sausage, a vegan meatball sub, meatless sub, but it's vegan. Somebody said it looks like a penis. I'm like, man, you think I'm gonna send you a picture of a penis, man? Okay. All right. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be getting back to me. Okay, so I appreciate that, Kim. I do. I appreciate that. And you know, with your amazing story, Kim, people like you, we know where we came from. People that were always slim will never really understand the fight that people that lost weight have, the daily fight of trying to eat right. You think I don't want a cookie every day? I was in Walgreens last night. Let me taste this while I'm doing this. I turn around and the devil is a lie. I saw something for $1.99. I said, wait, in Walgreens, they don't have anything that's $1. What happens? It was ice cookies, little mini chocolate chip cookies, little mini butter cookies. And I said, oh, hell no. I literally turned around, turned my back, and I said, nope. You know what I told myself? 211 pounds, boo. That damn scale said you are 211 pounds. And you know what I said? F that. You know what I mean? So I don't know how other people eat, right? I don't know, because I was brought up on that damn slave food. That food that'll take you out of this world. That food that tastes good, but gives us all, makes us all sedentary, not wanting to move, overweight, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, freaking diabetes. I don't F that, right? We still a slave to other things, but I don't have to eat that slave food because it's not doing anything good for me. But is it a daily battle? Absolutely. I want French fries every damn day. Every day I'm looking up for French fries, French fries. I do. I want French, but can I have French fries every day? Absolutely not. Do I have to tell myself, girl? Yes. Do I have to give myself pep talks? Yes. So, and then there are some people that have never had any issues with eating. Like, oh, they can eat a normal amount. Like Oprah said, like why people just eat and they stop when they don't. Because how many black people have been told growing up, you got to eat all your food. You better eat everything. We don't have to eat everything on our food. How about if our parents back then would just make us a smaller plate, right? How about if they just made us a smaller plate instead of saying eat everything on your plate? Because what happens? How many of us have food issues because we were told to eat everything on our plate? Even to this day, I have to consciously say to myself, Shantae, you're full. You can leave it. Well, if it's a lot, then get a takeaway. Right? And I know I'm not the only one that's been through this, because other people that have had, oh my gosh, y'all, this is so good. Other people that have weight loss stories or have issues that have gained weight and had to learn how to eat, they say the same thing. But one thing I can do is be honest about my eating, certain things that people may be insecure about. Why wouldn't I be honest about, oh, well, yeah, I lost 70 pounds and, I gained it this way, blah, blah, blah. That's just, I don't know. Is it TMI? I don't think so. Because if we could tell stories about other things to help others, then why can't I tell a story about me used to being 244 pounds to inspire someone? That person that was never taught how to eat. And they come across my channel and they hear me and they like, well, shit, that's how I feel. I grew up down south, predominantly black family. Everything is fried this, fried that. And then because I say I don't want to eat that anymore and I want to lose weight, they gang up on me and say, you grew up eating this food. Well, plenty of people die eating this food as well. So then you got to go and find your own tribe that eat the way you eat for that person. Right? Okay, we're almost done. Oh, I said I want to be done by 8. It is 7:53. Ali, baby girl, welcome, welcome, welcome. Eat everything on your plate because there are people starving in other countries. And that is what I used to hear. Thank you, Steelers Nation. I think we all heard it. If we're being honest, not that we're disrespecting our elders, right? But this is the truth as to what we were taught. And now we're fighting, how do we get this weight off of us, right? For the person that, like me, my cousin worked out all the time. Now she don't even work out. I'm like, damn, girl, you used to do karate, martial arts, freaking running, and now you don't do anything? How do you do that? My body, I've been working out, doing whatever, swimming, walking, crawling, sitting down, lifting weights, if I'm injured, whatever, right? Excuse me. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. When my knee was jacked up, do y'all know how bad I felt that I couldn't work out? I'm like, oh, hell no. What did I do? All right, let me find some exercises online. Because when you've been doing this for so long, how do you just stop? Oh, it's 10:53 there. Okay, we're almost done. I'm gonna turn this way. Like, how do you just stop, right? Like, working out now is not just it's for my mental. It's not just for my physical, it's for my mental, it's for my emotional well-being. It's to keep me out of prison from punching people in their face when they always want to talk SHIT. You feel me? Different people work out for different reasons. Some people it's just all about the aesthetics. Oh my gosh, you know, I gotta look good. Some people it's for personal things. They gotta look good. They have to look good. That's fine too. Whatever gets you there. Okay, so we have a few more. Let me put the lid on this one. So this gives me some sweet, my salad, and some tart, spicy, tangy, right? Because we know how radishes taste. But I love my little snack boxes, y'all. It helps me to make good decisions, better decisions for myself, for my health. And I tell you, like I said, the next 80-year-old that try to holler at me, I'm like, I got you, daddy. I got you. You take care of me, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to keep your ass looking slim and young for the rest of your life. Now, this looks very lonely here, right? So what should I do? I think I'm just going to put more melons there. Then this one will have double the sweetness. Uh-oh. Let me turn it this way so you can see, right? So some of us have to make conscious decisions to eat right. Right? Even with meat. Okay, so I don't eat chicken anymore, right? So now what happens? I have to Kim, you don't like radishes. She said radishes. Ew. Sorry. Oh gosh. Okay, I got up at 3. I get up at 3 every morning to work out before work. Well, kudos to you. Oh, thank you, Steelers Nation. I appreciate you. Kudos to you. When my schedule changes this summer, I will be a part of the 6:30 a.m. crew at the gym, especially to take the early morning water classes because, shoot, them people, they don't play about the gym. I swear. These older people, they do not play about the gym. You hear me? That is they have retired, but the gym is their job now. We were meant to move. You could say that again. I'm going to repeat that. We were meant to move. And it's hard, right? If you 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight, you don't want to move. So what do I say? Get in the water. But some people are like, well, I'm not going to put on a bathing suit because I'm fat. Do you know that there are a lot of people that are fat that put on a bathing suit? And I'd be like, well, shit, if they're not ashamed, why the hell should I be ashamed? Because they way bigger than I am. I have to do what I have to do and not worry about what someone thinks about me as long as I can get to where I need to be. Does that make sense? Right? So let me cut this. Okay. Lyric. Lyrical. Okay, my eyes are not, I can't see it. I'm so sorry. But greetings. Hi, beautiful Tay. Keep up the amazing job. You're such an inspiration. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. So let me show you, Lyric, what we have done. We're on our last 4. These are our bento snack boxes. right? They can serve as a meal, throw some protein on them, especially over that beautiful salad. What if you had a piece of grilled chicken, right? You make a piece, you make these, and then, excuse me, you have a piece of grilled chicken. You put it right on there. You put it right on there. You put it right on there. Now you have your fruit, because that's what we're putting here, these melons. So now you have your fruit, you have your vegetables, you have your salad, you throw your protein on there, right? And I feel like, shoot, if this is what I've done, and I lost 70 pounds naturally, and I gained 30 pounds, right? 30 some odd pounds I gained messing with them people in the Gambia. So, and dealing with all of this, oh my God, I gotta tell y'all something, but dealing with all of this stress and drama from people, right? So what do? I'm like, girl, you better get back to the damn basics. You know what to do. And on some days, I'm like, I don't know how to eat. I didn't cut this properly. Some days, I'm like, oh, I want this. But I was really sad when I went to the doctor and I got on the scale and it said 211. That means I had gained 4 pounds since the last time I saw them. And I'm like, well, what the hell is going on here? Right? I had full breakdown in the doctor's office. So you want to see my PTSD? Well, you're about to see it. And it came out. Do I feel bad? Hell no. That's my damn doctor. Put it in my damn notes, okay? So when I sue these mofos, you see the stress. Because what I found out is the place that I was robbed at, the home that I was robbed at, Ibrahima, Bangora, boy, I can't wait. I finished what I needed to do. I will be contacting ICE tomorrow on his ass on Monday, sending them all the information. Because get this man, I found out, he is, I told you he's a nurse practitioner, right? He's a nurse practitioner for psychiatric, nurse practitioner for psychiatry. Did you know that is the highest paid? That's the highest paid nurse practitioner, right? Now, how are you a nurse practitioner for psychiatry or psychology, and you cause me all of this mental and emotional stress? Why? Of being robbed by your employee, and then we know you paid, we know what the Gambia is like, because how in the hell is the evidence of your watchman taking a picture, standing in front of the window with no burglar bars on it? How was he acquitted? How was he acquitted? God bless you for that super chat. I can't see it right now. I saw the color come through. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you in abundance. Thank you so much. But how? How was he acquitted? Right? And you caused me all of this emotional distress. Right? I'm traumatized. I can't sleep I can't leave my electronics in the living room. I have to take everything in my room. And if you live in the Gambia, you go to the Gambia, make sure you take all your electronics in the bedroom with you, because the first thing they will do is steal your electronics. But I just wonder why they have never asked themselves, well, you know what? Maybe we're the insane ones. And I'm talking about all foreigners that do this. Maybe we're the insane ones. We keep doing the same thing over and over, getting over on these Americans, stealing, robbing, cheating them. But we still haven't gotten ahead. So what did they say the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. How many times do foreigners do the same thing over and over and over, lying and cheating and stealing and scamming people that come to your country to invest in your shithole of a country? And this is how you treat us. This is how you treat us. And then you wonder why the God that you pray to 5 times out of the day still won't bless you. You still are living in generations of poverty. You never think that is how you treat people? I don't know. But I'm going to show these mother son of a lovers that you want to screw us over here, mother effer, we can do that to you there. You want to screw us over My bad. I said it backwards. You want to screw us over there? How about I'm a real mother effing American and I can screw your ass over here? How about that? How would the medical board feel knowing that you married your niece and you brought her to America? Thank you so much, Kim. She said, I'm proud of you. Honestly, I'm proud of you, sister. I'm proud of you. Losing 156 pounds? Girl, you are my inspiration, okay? But why? I just don't understand why someone would do that to someone that started a foundation in your country, someone that comes to your country and does more in your country by volunteering than he has ever done in his country or here in America. They always say, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. But where are y'all nurses and doctors and mental health professionals and anyone else that's in a professional position? Where are y'all? Are y'all in? I mean, because y'all always say that America, Black Americans are the ghetto. Why are y'all not in our hood helping us? Why? Because they don't give a F. So I'm going to say what I need to say, and then I'm going to let it go. Now, what ICE does, I don't know, but I'm going to write a letter to the medical board, and I'm going to give them all the evidence that I have, and then let's see what happens to him, because his nickname is Banks. Oh, Banks. Oh, Banks. Banks just went and got a mortgage for how much? $795,000. Then why would you keep my little old $600, sir? You got a Range Rover over there, but you cause emotional stress on your own niece that you're married to. He left her in the Gambia for 2 years and never came back. The girl, Jabu, I mean, she's in prison here, not a real prison, but she's in the prison of his home here in Washington. The only place she can go is to the gym. This is how much of a pervert this dude is. He's a straight up pervert. You 50 some odd years old and you go and marry your 26-year-old niece. Why? Because you couldn't find a real woman here. Oh, the real woman would have saw you for your PDF file behavior, right? So you go and you marry your niece, you nasty mother effing, and he calls himself a Muslim. Jesus Christ, they're making Islam look bad. They are bad representatives. Okay, nothing else is going in here. Let me take some out here, right? So she's crying to me one day. I gave her a hug and she just starts crying. And then she runs in the house and I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I texted her. She was like, it's not you. My husband, who is also her uncle, left me and it's his fault. But he makes her. She can't leave the house. They were living in a beautiful home in the Gambia. She was, right? Beautiful home. The house leaks like a shiv. But what does he do? She can't even go to her own family's house. This is now what type of nurse practitioner that specializes in mental health and psychology does this to his own wife? Sorry, hold on. Sorry, guys, the pan wouldn't go in the damn drawer, right? But what type of mental health professional does this to his own niece, who is also his wife? What person does this? He makes her what do you call it? Fast with him. He makes her fast with him on, I think this is too big, on Thursdays. Every Thursday she has to fast with him. And if we know what that is. That's control. That's all that is. He's just trying to control her. Oh, make sure you fast, this, that, and the third. He wants to make sure that she's not over there spreading eagle for someone else. I mean, I heard she was. Good. Because you need to be with someone your own damn age anyway, not your uncle. You want to be with your uncle? Jesus Christ, these Gambians. But how they live their life, that's on them. But once you bring the nonsense to me and you give me PTSD, and you want to say, oh, these people, but you live in our fucking country. These people, oh my God. So you think I care? No. Do I know that once whatever happens to him, it's going to run through through the Gambian community? Oh, you remember Maimuna? You remember Shantae? I don't care. Because what people don't realize is me fighting for myself is me fighting for everyone else that goes to the Gambia. Because everybody they look at us like we are prey. And this is not just the Gambia. This is every country in Africa. I haven't been to every country, so I shouldn't say to every country in Africa. This is many of the countries in Africa. But this is what they do. It's not everybody, but this is the culture. Get them, lie to them. But this is pretty much when you go to any third world country. It's just some are more ruthless than others. But I've never been in a predominantly, what is it? Muslim country. I was looking forward to it. And then this happened. I'm like, oh, shit, I ain't looking forward to nothing about the Gambia. But this is what this man did. And I'm just like, wait, so why? Why would you do this to me? It is crazy, Lisa. Like, so now they will probably say, oh, she wrong. She called these people. So who am I supposed to call when people like this do us wrong? Right? Who am I supposed to call? Because we know in the Gambia, people can be paid off. Right now, I'm going through the General Legal Counsel hearing that I filed when I filed the complaint against my lawyer. I never thought we would get here. We had a hearing on Thursday, the first part. And I couldn't believe it. And they asked me, did you take this to social media? I did. Why? Because, well, a Gambian lawyer told me that we would never get here. So I'm surprised that we're here. Right? But how else do I fight? Now, I won't say anything about the hearing. I just said that I had it because we're dead smack in it. And I'm surprised. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But what I do know is, excuse me, for these people that live in the Gambia and want to tell you to come here and then want to say, well, you know, you're not going to get any justice from this. You're not going to get any justice from that. Then you need to shut your mother effing mouth and don't tell nobody to come to that shithole country then. Because why would you tell someone to come somewhere and 9 times out of 10 they're going to get screwed and then say, well, nothing's going to happen? Well, that's no responsibility. You need to be more responsible as an adult. Right? So without me knowing everything that I'm going through and everything that I'm fighting, at least I know that in the end, if nothing happens, then I'll talk about it in my book. But at least I know I fought. And that's what we have to do. Because every time we go overseas, everyone is not receptive to us. We are all done. Look at that. Look at that. So we finished with these. We have 8 of these. These are going to go in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to season this fish and bake it real quick. It's 8 o'clock, but I'm doing very well. Y'all said I want it to be done by 8. And I am done with these snack boxes. So I am done by 8. Okay, we're going to put these in the bottom of the refrigerator. And then I have this left over. So if I want a snack, I have that. I still have my mangoes. And so these will be eaten this week for snacks and for with a dinner or with some type of protein. I'm going to eat my mangoes because I don't want one of them. I don't want them to go bad. Okay. Now let's get this fish. I don't want to make any potatoes. Man, shoot. I have some asparagus, but it came with peppers and onions. So I kind of just don't really want it. I mean, it's big pieces of asparagus too. I'm going to have to like chop it up. to make it smaller. But yeah, so I will be doing that. And I'm not, whatever happens, I'm going to write the Seattle Times. You know, what he doesn't know is I have pictures. I have pictures from their wedding. He doesn't know that. So I know he's going to be for a rude awakening when he gets this. Ouch. There we go. What am I doing here? There we go. I don't know. All right. Here we go. When he is contacted by the medical board, I don't know. I think I have this backwards. I think that's why this is tripping. Yep, because it's tilting. There we go. When he gets it, I don't care. Because we should be able to stand up for ourselves. And we should not be liable to deal with their nonsense because for whatever reason. Because if he got money, what was the purpose of him treating me bad? I don't know. I have no idea. He got money. And then I get robbed by his freaking watchmen? Come on now. But they want to keep their lies. Oh, well, we could do whatever we want to them. Okay. Let's see how you like this administration, Ninja. Let's see if you can do whatever you want with this administration. Let's see how he likes that. Okay, so now I have these. Dang, this looks a mess. Okay. I have these, right? Y'all remember, if you remember last time I made some fish, I just went ahead and put them on that. Where's the tray? I'm purchasing, where is it? Oh. I'm looking for a kitchen cabinet to put in that area over there. Yes, all this stuff needs to go in the damn shed. It is what it is, y'all. I don't even stress about it anymore because I need to take stuff out the shed and I don't have the time right now. So when I have the time, that's when I'll do it. I have a young man that swears he's my son. He was like, I want you to teach me how to cook. I said, sure, son, bring your ass over here. I'm like, but you said your mom and dad can cook. Oh, my dad won't let me cook on the grill. Okay, fine. So what do? I said, well, when you come over, I'm going to put you a little behind the work. He said, okay. Son, I have this, I have that. Yes. And then I'll feed him. I told him I'll make him some fish tacos. So I would make fish tacos with this. So like I would still bake the fish with onions and seasoning and stuff like that. I would still do that. What is this? This is the cilantro. And then once it's done, I could just chop it up. Oh, wait. What am I doing? I need the tray. Here we go. So when people ask me, oh, well, why do she talk about this? Why this? People have no idea what I've been through in that country. They have no idea. And then Gambians want you to keep their little dirty ass secrets. But I think they get that from black people, right? Well, it's done in the house, stays in the house. I'm not keeping your little dirty, stinking ass secrets. I'm not doing it. You did it, then stand up and say you did it. That's how I feel. If these people were bold enough to do these diabolical things to me and to others, then stand up and say, this is what the hell you did. Okay, so let me turn this over. I need to put some lime on here. Some lime juice. I feel like I've been eating more fish than I want to. But that's because I haven't made any beans. I need to throw some black eyed peas in the pressure cooker. Not pressure cooker. What is it? Crock pot. So that's why I've been eating more fish than I want to. Because why? I haven't been meal prepping. This is why meal prepping is so important. Right? You think I care about my quirky ways? This is who I am. I like to sing, I like to dance, but some people are just miserable with like, oh, she's crazy, she's this. Well, also very intelligent. So can you deal with that? Have y'all seen the um Michael Jackson movie? I haven't seen it. Y'all haven't been to the movies in forever. Someone told me when you have time, we should go to the movies. I'm like, yes, but I won't have time until May 18th. So, but I sure want to go. I don't know if I want to see the Michael Jackson movie though. Am I wrong? I don't know. People went to go see it. I'm like, man, I don't want to feel like crying about Mike. Okay, we know they killed this ninja. I just don't. I mean, I don't know. I'm putting some water in here, the basis of it. Because what I am going to end up doing is folding it up like I did before. Oh, shoot, Shantae. Okay, so I'm not. Oh, well, you don't even have the cilantro. Girl, what the hell are you putting on here? Where's your cilantro? ¿Dónde está el cilantro? Ah? Okay. Oh, broccoli, you fell out of the bag. Lo siento. I'll be making you tomorrow. Don't worry. I'm going to make you. I'm going to make some fried potatoes and onions. I'm going to make some cabbage, slice some cabbage, some raw cabbage, and some cooked red cabbage. I'm going to make the eggplant. I'm probably going to be in the kitchen for another 3 damn hours. Okay, let me see. I'm having baked red snapper. Stuffed with parsley, lemon, and well seasoned with cucumber salad. First of all, Elisa, can you just mail me a plate? Because that sounds absolutely freaking delicioso. Always do. Sure was raised that way. Okay. It was okay. You took your children to see it. It was excellent. You know, they say that what's her name is boycotting it. I didn't read the article though. Um, what's her name? Janet Jackson. I don't know. Some of these movies, it makes me cry. And the sad thing is like, you know, they didn't kill Mike, and they still making money off of him. Like, you know, the movie This Is It. He said if I have to do another concert, it's going to kill him. But unfortunately, people like Michael Jackson are worth more money dead than they are alive, and it's unfortunate. I don't ever want to be that wealthy where it's like, oh, I want to kill her ass because she worth all this money dead. I'm like, oh no, let me start giving my wealth to the homeless, right? You know, even if you tell them you don't have any more money, they still think you have money. But I know anything with Michael Jackson was absolutely amazing. Hi, Tay. I haven't been to the movies in 11 years. I am not going to see the Michael movie. It's still so sad. It's going to be a sequel. Wow. Yep, they making money off of him, Elisa. And this is what Mike was complaining about when he was alive, right? How in the hell did Mike not have money to pay his security? And his security still stayed because they love Mike. Right? And when he did get money, he just went and spent it on the children. And, you know, I guess like rich people do. Let me go and buy all these things, you know, because I'm rich. But he didn't pay the people who he was supposed to pay. And it's unfortunate. You know, everybody loves Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was such a talented individual, and will be revered for the rest of our lives and for, you know, generations to come, right? But the fact that people made money off of him when he was alive, where they had more money than he had, and now they're still making money off of him and his death. It's just unfortunate, you know? But when it comes to fame and fortune, boy, You don't know who really loves you or who just wants something from you, you know? And unfortunately, Mike found that out the hard way. They said that man killed him, but they knew that anybody that is doing all these singing and dancing, if you are a celebrity, like these A-list celebrities where they want them everywhere, and then you have to be on. When I say on, you may be tired as hell, haven't slept, but what do you have to do? You got to still smile and do all these things at god awful hours, and they expect you to not be on drugs. What sense does that make? Because we know that nobody is superhuman. The people may have superhuman abilities. They may have gifts where they can sing and dance and flip over and do all these things, but they are still human. So when you have them up at god awful hours in different countries, halfway haven't slept, what do they pump you with? Drugs and alcohol, right? Then you singing, you dancing, Mike dancing, flipping over, hair got caught on fire, right? So we know he was dealing with pain. So now how many of these people are on pain meds? Right? Hey, Coach Mean Reen. How you doing? I hope all is well. This is the pearly white you talking about? Oh my God. I look a hot mess right now. Well, no, I don't. When I'm cooking, you really don't see me. But I hope all is well, sister. Sorry, I've been missing your lives. But I know you are putting in the pain. And I'm putting in the pain in this kitchen, right? Because we know that fitness and nutrition goes hand in hand, right? But greetings. Happy Saturday. Hope you had a blessed Saturday. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really have time to go to the movies. I do. You know what movie I do want to see? Because I like outer space, and they were saying that it was a podcast. What is that Ryan Gosling movie? Is that Gosling? I think he's married to what's that girl's name? I can't remember. The Spanish girl that played on Training Day. Can't remember her name, but yeah, I haven't been to the movies. I want to go. I just haven't been. Honestly, I'm trying to get my house together. But I'm happy that thank you for sharing, Elisa. Thank you for sharing. And I know the movie is going to make a lot of money. I just wish that Mike didn't have to die for all of these things to happen. But when it comes to celebrities, like, we just don't know what goes on behind the scenes. And sometimes people are just worth more money dead than alive. And it doesn't even have to be celebrities, right? We talk about, in true crime, we talk about this all the time. People will unalive their spouse in 2.5 seconds and say, oh, I did it for the children. They wouldn't let me see the children. And it's like, well, now the children not going to see one of their parents, neither one of their parents, because one is in prison and one is 6 feet under. What sense does that make? I hope nobody ever loves me so much that they say, I can't live without you. And I love you so much, nobody can have you. I hope nobody ever loves me that much. Not Michelle Rodriguez. Eva Mendes. That's her name. Eva Mendes. Thank you so much for that. I did see. It was great. I know it was, Coach Mean. I know it was. Mike was definitely not broke, even when he passed. That's not what the movie said. Right? I think he was worth more alive than dead. You remember the movie that his what's the names made? It was his bodyguards, where they weren't even being paid, but they stayed because they loved Mike. That was the same time they said that they used to take him to McDonald's. And he used to like to order the food and just to see if they knew his voice. You see what I mean? Everybody is making money. Oh, Elisa said one of his co-produced the film. One of his sons. Okay, his son was executive producer on the film. Everyone made money, and Mike had to die for it. And they talk about those his children. I'm like, well, come on, man. We know what biracial children look like, but if that's what they want to say, if those are his sons, I have children. Okay, if those are his sons, these are my children. Meet my 3 children right here. That's White, Ting, Ting. Those are my 3 children. It's just funny, y'all. It's funny how what they want us to believe and what's actually true. Those children look straight up Caucasian. There is no biracial in those children. But it's unfortunate that Mike had to die, for all of these things to happen. But when you are worth that much money, boy, you just don't know. Right? Mike was saying, they after me. Listen, Mike wasn't Mike. What's her name? Lisa Leftar Lopez. She's not as rich as Mike, but nowhere close to as rich as Michael Jackson. But, once you start telling the truth, that the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Remember when he did that interview with Oprah and he started talking about something and the alarm went off and it wouldn't go off, wouldn't stop? So we knew what that was. But, people try to act like, oh, it's the conspiracy theorist. A theory is a thought. And we know that if someone has enough money, they can make that thought a reality. People are going into outer space now, right? That started off as a thought. Right? Started off as a thought. Now people are going into out of space. All right. I went to cut this and I cut a hole. So I need to put this in another bag. I grew up watching Michael Jackson even on TV in the 1980s. And do you remember I Want My MTV? Yes. I Want My MTV, MTV News. They talk about that now. They was like, they shaped the minds of the young people. MTV had took over for a little while, didn't they? They took over. But, my cousin was a Michael Jackson fan. She had the leather jacket. She was spoiled in high school. She had a leather jacket. She had everything. And then she was skinny, so she would be Michael Jackson for, Halloween and all this other stuff. She had all his CDs, all his albums. And Mike will go down in history, right? Just like Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, right? There are some amazing dancers, but I never got a chance to see Michael Jackson. I never got a chance to see Whitney Houston. And it really bothered me, right? Because I go to concerts all the time. But I was really excited to see Chris Brown, right? And not to compare, because nobody compares to Michael Jackson. But Mike definitely paved the way for those like Chris Brown, right? Minus Breezy's issues. I hope the young man is in therapy. He needs therapy, Little rich mother, son of a lover, right? Can do what the hell he want and stuff like that. But from what I hear, he saw his mom go through DV, right? So many times people just make the money and people forget about basic things. Hey, your son, yes, he can sing and dance, but you need to have him in therapy because blah, 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 right? Because if not, what happens how many times do we choose men like our father? So my whole thing is I'm always going to talk about real stuff in our community because, you know, a lot of times we just like, oh, la, 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 we just living in la la land and we're not really being honest about what's going on in our community. And these people are having children. I'm like, I'm happy I won't live for forever, but damn, are we going? Are we going to heal? Okay, I think we're good to go. I think this is ready to go into the. I'm going to put this in the air fryer, and I'm probably going to have to. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so I need to use some more of these. I just saw a movie the other day on Amazon called Wrecking Crew. Y'all, that movie had me cracking up. Okay, with that big ass. I think I'm gonna start. So I saw this Pacific Eastern woman. She's younger than me, young lady, and she is Samoan, right? So I said, you know what? I had just saw Wrecking Ball Crew. She told me she was Samoan, and I was like, oh, so what? What are some of the cultural dishes that, man, they eat just as unhealthy as black people? They eat just as unhealthy. So when I saw her the other day, and the doctor said the scale said I was 211 pounds, I said, you know what, Talia? I'm about to tell everybody I'm Samoan. You know, so that way I can explain how big I am. I can explain my weight. All right, here we go, y'all. This is going into, let me heat this up real quick. I guess I should have plugged it up and I didn't do all that. So what are we doing here? We're going to put it on bake. Are we baking it? I think we're going to, I think I did air broil last time, y'all. I don't even effing remember. So let's put it on 10 minutes and we're going to air broil this baby. We're going to air broil this baby. Then I'm going to show you all how many bags of daggone potatoes I got from the church. And I took all the potatoes to the gym. And do you know, the woman told me the next time I went to the gym, she was like, she said, girl, she said, Shantae, you know, they love me. I love them too. I be missing my gym. She said, girl, do you know that by the time I left, she was saying by the time she got off of work, because I dropped it off and then I left. I didn't even stay for Zumba. I was tired. I had already worked out. I said, no. Okay. And I only worked my arms, but I was tired. So I dropped it off and I left. She said, Shantae, do you know by the time I got off of work, those potatoes and the peppers were pretty much gone? I was like, what? Excuse me. So it's funny when people see me bring in all this stuff and they say something like, oh my God, all that, and then it's gone. Right? Oh, crap. Y'all, I got some kale that I need to make. All right, I'm going to make that tomorrow. I think I'm going to mix the kale with the arugula. And I have some collard greens. So I'm just going to make a nice super greens. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So let's cut these up. Fam, can we get one more like to make it 30? I didn't even know we were at 30. I'm going to put these in a bag. Do I have a bag for the onions already? Yes, I do. Here it is. Now, is this not necessary if you want to eat right and exercise? If you want to make a lifestyle change, all of this is necessary. So when people say, oh, she's just busy in herself, well, I guess you just eat fast food every damn night. I can't do that. There's a young lady, she's skinny as hell. She's like, I can't, I eat. She said, you like to cook? I said, well, I can't eat fast food every night. It's not good for me. She said, "Oh, I eat fast food every night." I'm like, "What?" Okay. I everything in me wants to throw these away. I'm not gonna lie. I want to throw these away. This is asparagus stalks, but I feel like, I don't know. Oh, that's an onion. I might, I should just saute them tonight and just see how they come out. They're just so damn big. I'm just gonna saute them and see. Put them in some garlic, some onions, put them in a pan, and just see how they come out. And if they come out horrible, then I'll freaking throw them out and let the javelinas eat them. Okay, so that's soft. That one's probably no good. The javelinas be like, "Oh shoot, she made us dinner. We effing love her, right?" Nah, seriously, I won't feed them little raggedy mother son of a lovers because I wouldn't want them coming back. Now I said I was gonna be done by 8 o'clock, and here I go still cooking, right? But I have to do something with these. If not, they're gonna go bad. But y'all, so I don't know if you all have ever been to Jersey Mike's, right? And Jersey Mike's, I don't eat chicken anymore, so I'm very limited on the foods that I can eat, right? Fast food. So I went to Jersey Mike's. Thank you, y'all. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I'm going to get back to Mike. I'm going to get back to Mike Steelers Nation. So let me get the garlic. Y'all keep hearing something fall. That's my protein bar. I have it sitting on the door, and every time I open the door, it starts sliding out, come out the refrigerator. So I'm very limited as to what I can eat now, right? When I eat fast food. So I went to Jersey Mike's. I wanted a fish sandwich. And a lot of these places don't sell fish sandwiches unless it's Lent. And I'm like, well, damn. So we can't have any fish? Yes. None of these mofos, Burger King, none of these places sell fish unless it's Lent. I'm like, wow. I don't know who your financial accounting manager is, but I know that fish sells. So the fact that y'all stopped selling it is crazy to me. That's absolutely insane. So I was like, Culver's has a fish sandwich, but Culver's is expensive. I don't know if y'all heard of Culver's, but Culver's is extremely expensive. So I went to what's the place called? I went to Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's used to have like a mushroom sandwich, portobello mushroom. So delicious. They got rid of it, right? They have meat sandwiches for everything, but it's like, oh, we can only have one veggie sandwich. I'm like, what the hell? So I go there. I was like, wait, they make a peppers and onions wrap. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get that. Now, yes, they have cheese, but it's okay, right? Normally I don't eat cheese, but there are times where I will eat some cheese. Most of the time when I'm home, I don't buy regular cheese. I buy the vegan cheese. I spend the money to buy the vegan cheese. So I stop in there and I look on the menu and I'm like, oh, I want the veggie wrap. Word, right? It's peppers, it's onions. I always ask them to put some mushrooms on there, right? Mushrooms. So he gets the wrap. They don't have the rosemary. No, it was roasted tomato. They don't have that wrap anymore. They don't have the the spinach one. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? Jersey? I was real mad, right? What are y'all doing? So he gets the wrap. I said, okay, I'll take the regular flour wrap, right? He gets the wrap. He says, now I'm cutting this, y'all. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be cutting this like this, right? This is asparagus, but that's what I'm doing. So he gets the wrap and he starts putting cold stuff on there. And I'm like, wait, you don't put this on the grill? He was like, oh, you went on the grill? I'm like, yeah. He said, oh, they discontinued that sandwich, but I know what you're talking about. And I'm like, what? Right? So then I asked him, "Oh, can you put some mushrooms on there?" He said, "Oh, I know what wrap you want." Right? I'm like, "Well, I'm happy that you." So they knew. So I said, "Now, it's sad that you got to write letters to all these damn corporate places, right? Because that's how sandwiches or whatever, or items or products are brought back by the public, right? Writing letters. White people taught me, write a letter for every damn thing, okay? Write a letter for everything. I'm just telling the truth. Some white people wrote letters on me and they were effing lying, racist pieces of shit. But those people were racist, right? Not everybody's racist, but those ones were. So he says, he said to me, he was like, they got rid of it. And I was like, well, why? Like, whether it's cold or hot, why? Why would they do that? He was like, I don't know. He said, one of the young men, because one of the young men started it and the other young man finished the sandwich. And he said, when he was ringing me up, and I asked him, I forgot to ask it for it to be cut in half. So he was like, I don't mind. Gave him a nice little tip. So he said to me, he said, you know, people came in and was very upset that they didn't make the sandwich anymore, that they took it off. And I told him, I said, and that is when the people should go, right? Not them, but us. We should go, write the corporate office, hey, why'd you get rid of that wrap? Put it back on. Put it back on. He gonna be like, we don't even see y'all like that. Well, now you'll see me. Put it back on, you know? But that's one of the places I can eat at. And then I also found out, now this place is only, this place is only in, it originated in Tucson, right? It's called EG's. EEGEES. EG's. Now they started off with just like icy. So for my East Coast people, you would think of Rita's Italian ices, right? That's what you would think of. So that's how, oh, the fish is done. That's what it started off as, right? And now they make sandwiches. They have the best crinkle cut French fries in the world, okay? In my opinion. So they make tuna fish. So the other day I was like, oh, some days if it's late and I know that I really didn't take in a lot of calories, I will eat something instead of coming home and cooking when I don't have, say it with me, my bento snack boxes. So what happens? What did I get? They had a veggie grinder, y'all. It has all of these vegetables. So now I'm like, oh, I'm happy. So if I'm going somewhere and I'm out and about and I need to eat, then, you know, at least I can eat it from these places. But yes, Jersey Mike's, you may have to ask for it to be on the grill. But they do make you know, I came home and made it, right? Steeler Nation, you know, I came home and made it. Mm. Oh, I need some more ice water. So I came home and I made it. So now all my green peppers all my green peppers are pretty much gone. I said, dang it, I should have grabbed those green peppers. I gave both bags of green peppers that they gave me at the church on Saturday. I gave them all to the gym. I said, damn it, Shantae, you should always keep one. But I was like, oh, I have green peppers in the freezer and you're not using them. Well, now since you didn't found this peppers and onions mixture with mushrooms, I made it the other night. I made it one night and I made it 2 different nights. Because I had mushrooms that I wanted to finish so they didn't go bad. So I made it. Made my own wrap. I'll show you all the video. I wanted to upload it tonight. I have something to do tonight. I thought my son was going to call me, but his birthday is tomorrow, so he's not calling. So I have to hang out by myself. Okay. So this is what we're doing here, y'all. I don't know how the hell this is going to turn out, okay? But let's turn this down some. I love this stove, but I'll be cooking. This stove cooks so damn high and quick. Let me get some oil. I want to go back to your comment about the cardiologist, because the same thing that happened to um, Mike is the same thing that happened to, what's his name? Matthew Perry. Is his name Matthew Perry from Friends? Right? I don't know. I didn't really watch that show, so I really didn't know the ins and outs of what was going on in these people's lives. But he had a real serious rug problem, right? Matthew Perry. I did not know that. And the same thing that happened to, oh shit. The same thing that happened to Michael Jackson happened to the Perry guy. All right, so this is asparagus, and y'all, I'm just making, I don't know how I'm making this, okay? But this asparagus is like tree barks. They're just too damn thick. So I feel like I just need to cut them in half. This one is done. So just slice them in half or something. I'm not a big asparagus person. I'm really not. If it's given to me, then I will eat it, but I'm not a big asparagus person. Oh, that wind feels good. Thank you, God. So you said, let me see. Propofol. Propofol is damn powerful. So if you've ever had surgery and went under, oh God. Someone said they said to their anesthesiologist, "Oh, is that the milk? Give me the milk." They say he started busting out laughing. Right? Unfortunately, they said that's what Mike used to say. You know, now I don't know if enhancements were made to make sure that Mike stayed up, but Mike was a superstar. Michael Jackson was a superstar. We know that. I don't have to tell you all that. So, of course, he had to be at different places. What I was saying earlier, right? They want you to be on 10 at all times. But how can one be on 10 at all times when they're human? This is why they give you drugs and alcohol to cope, right? And we know they gave Mike rugs and they gave him the milk. But for some reason, Mike couldn't sleep. So he was using propofol to make himself sleep. That's for anesthesia. That's going to make you sleep permanently. And that's what it did. Right? Was he hooked? I mean, shoot, when I was on the propofol, I was like, damn, this shit is nice. Right? Hey, it gets you where you're supposed to be. So, okay. Where do I have any seasoning that's salt free? Oh, shoot. Okay, so let me put this to the side. You need to get some of that from Dollar Tree. Okay. We have the pepper. We have, I don't know about y'all, but I put rosemary in everything. And I need to put some thyme up in this piece too, because I don't know if you all know, but thyme has some amazing, properties. Right? I have I get this from Sprouts, but it's just the powdered thyme. Okay, so Steelers Nation says his cardiologist, who was charged with manslaughter, should have been monitoring MJ, even at least an EKG monitor on him. They should have, right? But some of these doctors. Oh, damn it! Oh, good, you didn't fall down in between the stove. Some of these doctors are legalized drug dealers. I want to put a little water in here. They are legalized drug dealers. And it's all about the money. So when what happened to Mike happened to Matthew Perry. I had taken pictures when I found out. I was like, "Oh, I should do a video on this, right?" And then, y'all know my life happens, and then it's like time go past, and I'm like, well, it's too long. It's too much time has passed for me to do the video now. So I ended up erasing it, right? And then what happened? Sometime later, now they were in the news again. I think they must got charged or whatever. They were in the news again. I was like, damn, I should have did the video. I need to start really believing in myself and knowing that, okay, Shantae, you did this, whatever. Don't worry about other people's game. Just worry about your own. Anybody that plays sports, no, that's what your coach is going to tell you. You don't worry about what they're bringing. You just worry about your own game. And that's what I should have been doing. Okay, so I'm going to cover this up. I don't even know how this is supposed to. I know these sticks are supposed to get. I know these sticks are supposed to get. Is this? That is not the pan for that. They should get softer, right? Let me turn this down. Okay. Let me see. Perry had a pain management physician. Okay. Because they were bringing him drugs. They were bringing him drugs. But it's weird because like when I was reading it, I was like, damn, this is how Mike died. Same situation. There was some type of doctor giving him, and there was a woman involved, and they know he had a substance abuse problem, but it's just like with a rug reeler, right? It's like, if you keep messing with this, sooner or later, your numbers are going to run out. Your time is going to run out, and someone is going to stop breathing behind this nonsense, right? I'm not making this falafel tonight. I'm tired. I'll make it tomorrow. That's what it was. If you don't monitor someone on propofol, that person will go into cardiac arrest. Yeah. That's why when someone is having surgery, this is why they do have you on a monitor, right? They're giving you all of these drugs and they're cutting you. And they're hoping that this smells so damn good, y'all. I can tell you this smells delicious. They're monitoring, they're hoping that, nothing happens. But when it comes to Money Stealers Nation, you hit the nail on the head. And some of these doctors, you just wonder, like, where did you go to school at? You know what I mean? And then we don't know who is questionable. And we see that these doctors are questionable. I don't feel like Mike's doctor should have just got manslaughter. Like, to whom much is given, much is required. You are his doctor. And he dies in your care? Were you not, and he wasn't being monitored? Like, negligence, I don't know. I don't know. But unfortunately, I guess those are rich people problems, right? I just pray that Mike is resting in peace, because some of these celebrities, we see them and they see themselves as regular people. Look at Whitney. Whitney Houston Whitney and Mike, they never realized that the whole world loves you. The whole world is enamored with you. Any of these celebrities, Robin Williams, but Robin Williams dealt with mental health, right? Depression. That's why when someone told me, oh, you got this, you got that, cut it out. Like, so I can't be sad because I got a nice house. I can't be, you sound stupid. What about the celebrities? And I don't have as much money I don't know what's wrong with people, though. I truly don't understand. I really don't. But even with money, some people are still sad. MJ should have had a paramedic instead of a cardiologist. If you're dealing with meds like that, right? And you're taking it the way Mike was taking it, to sleep. This wasn't for surgery and stuff like that. You have to deal with someone that is sketchy, because anyone that's on the up and up is not going to, they're not going to do it. They're not going to jeopardize anyone that has some damn sense. They're not going to jeopardize their license and their freedom and their livelihood for someone that has a substance abuse problem. Right? So I feel like when these things happen, you may be dealing with a sketchy ass doctor. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I made that shake. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what this fish looks like. Mm-hmm. Can I show you all something? This is what my day was like. Do you see that ish? Oh, wait, hold on. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see my steps for today? Shout out to May 2nd. Cinco de Mayo is coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If y'all have to pick 5, y'all should play that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I always see combination of numbers. This is why sometimes I feel like I'm on the spectrum. And it's okay if I am. Right? It's okay if I am. Let me see about this fish. I feel like this is not. You ain't cooked the way I want you to be cooked. So maybe the peppers still don't even smell like they done. Okay, let me just put this on bake. I'm gonna put it on 400 or some 420. Let's do 400. Damn, y'all, I forgot what I cooked the fish on last time. 375, 360. Let's do it for 10 minutes. I forgot what I cooked the fish on last time. This is why you know I'm not a chef, because I forget. Okay. Yeah, you see that? But I did Zumba today. I did Zumba, and I got on a treadmill and did what my doctor told me to do, 1 to 2 miles. So I got my steps in today. Tomorrow, I will probably lift weights. I want to go to yoga. I did yoga on, when was it? What's today? Thursday, y'all. Thursday, I did a class. And then as I was I texted the girl because I couldn't get in. I called the gym, whatever. So I have a phone number for one of the girls. So I was like, hey, hola, Christy. That's what I said. Hola, Christy. Hey, I'm trying to get in. No one's answering the front desk. And, you know, I have no space on my phone to download the damn app. So she was like, oh, I'll add you. I was like, I'm trying to get into your class tonight. She added me. And then, of course, I got there late because, you know, time is nothing to me. Oh, Jesus. But what happened? I walk in, I'm 2 minutes late. She was like, oh, I set you up. I said, thank you so much. She said, sorry, but it's right here in the front with me. I said, well, that's what I get, right? You want to be late, your ass will be in the front. I was late to class this morning. Where was I? Right in the front. I had to put Tay-Tay, I had to put baby in the corner. I had to put my own ass in the damn corner. But so I did Zumba this morning, and I walked on the treadmill. So, and I was at 5,600 after Zumba anyway. So walking on the treadmill, that got me to my 10,000. And then that was just at what? 2 o'clock? I don't know, y'all. I was in the damn gym for too long. I don't even know how the hell. I looked at the time and said 2:30. I said, well, what the hell? I went to an 11:15 class. I got there 11:30. I was on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Where the hell did all the other hours go? I couldn't believe it. It was like I walked into the Matrix or whatever, and I came out, and it was 2 hours later. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand what happened. But, you know, I was stretching. I was dancing. I was just happy to be back in the gym. Just happy to be back in the gym. Uh-oh. Okay, I have to put some Vaseline and stuff on my hands because I've been... Oh, okay, so this should be done by now, right? All right. Oh, yes, they're done. They're done. You see? Oh, but they smell amazing. I can't even front. It smells really good. So I'm just going to let this cool off. It's probably going to cook a little bit more since the stove is still hot. But look, yeah. Well, that one. You see? Let me taste it. Let me taste one. I really don't like asparagus. Just feel like I'm chewing a damn tree branch. And then sometimes, you know, it starts falling apart. And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this now? And then I got to spit out the rest. It's just, I don't know. Me and asparagus is like, I'll eat it, but I think sometimes I just don't, maybe I just don't make it right. Other people make it. I'm like, damn, this asparagus tastes good. I don't know. And these are like tree bark asparaguses, right? It's not like the little skinny ones. All right. Sorry, guys. That was my ice. I'm going to show you these potatoes. I'm trying to wait until the fish is done so I can show you all the final product. But tomorrow, at some point in time, I'm probably going to do it in the morning because I may not work out tomorrow. I might just do my arms. I might just do the Grow With Your arm workout. And then I don't know. I might get up and be like, oh, yesterday is done. Today is a new day. Let's do total body drench. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. But definitely I'm going to do the 10-minute workout with Joe. Tomorrow's Sunday. I still haven't finished week 3 because I've been at the gym. But Joe understands as long as I'm moving, right? She doesn't care as long as I'm moving. My youngest daughter loves asparagus, but her daughters don't like it. I can't really. I love it when someone else make it. I just can't make it right sometimes. It's either hit or miss with me. But let's show you these potatoes. The potatoes. I want to steam my floors tomorrow. These are grapefruits. If you don't know, and if you eat bacon, right? If you eat bacon and you eat eggs, you have 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, and have a grapefruit. And oh, y'all, I think somebody was doing it for like 40 days. They would eat a salad, but they eat grapefruit or drink grapefruit juice with every meal. Grapefruit accelerates the fat burning. And that was from a heart, someone that was going in for heart surgery and they wanted them to lose weight quickly. You can't do it all the time, but that was something that I learned. Okay. So we have all of these damn potatoes. I think I see a young man. He's like 30 some odd years old and he's in the Marines, right? And I'm trying to I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bribe him into training me, right? No marriage, right? He's married. He has 2 children. One is 3 years old. He has a 3-month-old baby. Love him to life. He's Latino. Very nice. I gave him the salad and what's the other one? The salad, some peppers, some tomatoes. I just gave him a nice love offering, right? With a food last time because I know he has a family and he's Latino. I gave him some tomatillos. So I'm trying to bribe him into training me because he's retired. I'm putting this in here. He's retired Marines. So I told you I dropped all, and we all go to the same gym, which is funny. We never saw each other there, but we all go to the same gym. So he said that, I was like, oh man, I took all the peppers and he was like, we love potatoes. He said his family love potatoes. They mix them with the eggs and stuff. I was like, okay, so I'll keep that in mind. But look at all these damn potatoes I have. First of all, y'all, I'm not going to eat all these damn potatoes. These are the small golden potatoes and the small red potatoes. These are the golden potatoes. And these are all red potatoes, right? So I'm just going to open these and give him a nice bag and he can have some. I don't have anything else. I need to buy some cherry tomatoes. So I'll be going to the supermarket to buy some cherry tomatoes. Um, but I'm going to give him some. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. I just was like, look, I don't feel like going and dropping these all off to different people. So I just dropped them off at the gym. Hold on, I'm gonna read those comments in a minute. I just dropped them off at the gym. And there's so many different people go to the gym that it just makes everyone happy. They get to take as little as much as they want, and then they're going about their business. And it's not just the people that go to the gym, it's also the people that work there, right? They always tell me, like, Tete, I made this, I made that. And I'm just so proud of them, right? Dare to inspire. Just dare to inspire. Oh, shoot. Wait, hold on. No, no, no. It's a bad potato in here. He trying to spoil the damn bunch. You seen that? I seen it. You got another one in here? Okay, so let me just take these out the bag. And there's one more in here. I'm going to take that one out. And I'm going to put these in a new bag. This one is trying to go bad, but I can cut some of that off tomorrow. But I'm going to be making some fried potatoes and onions. And I need to put the potatoes in the refrigerator. I know that they say, don't put potatoes in the refrigerator. But it's so freaking hot out here, fam. It's so hot out here that sometimes my vegetables, like potatoes, they will go bad quicker than they're supposed to. So I put them in the refrigerator. Now, girl, where the hell are you going to put them? Okay. I'm going to show you all. This is the last thing I'm going to do. Because I think... Oh, shoot. This is going bad. Damn it. Shoot. It's this. This is why I'm making this tomorrow. And then I have the collard greens one. So that was a country blend. So this is what I'm making tomorrow. But I got to put these potatoes in a bag. And then I'm going to put them in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to show you the special dish that I want to make. I'm hoping I can make it. Let me see. Where is it? I think I downloaded it. Where is it, yo? Did I screenshot it? Oh no, where is it? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Okay, so I don't know where it is. It's probably on the phone that I'm on now. That I'm on with the live. Because it is, oh my gosh, y'all. I'm going to post it. I'm going to post the picture. As soon as I find it, I'm going to post it on my community page. And it consists of this and some arugula and some broccoli and some chickpeas. Did I get 2 cans of chickpeas? Please tell me I bought 2 cans of chickpeas. I did. I did. Now, do I have chickpeas? Absolutely. But I need to, tomorrow, I think I'm going to throw some, I don't feel like doing it tonight. I'm tired. But I think tomorrow, these are going in the garbage. I'm going to throw maybe some black-eyed peas or some lima beans. I'm going to make some beans. I need to make some beans. So we're going to put these in a bag since I just ripped up this other bag, right? But I am going to make some fried potatoes and onions. So that way, even if, all right, I'm keeping these out because I don't want them to mess up the rest of the batch. So even if I have like my snack bento box, if I have fried potatoes and onions, I can eat that with that, right? I don't, I think someone said to me, well, what about your protein? I'm like, I'm not worried about, if I'm just eating plant-based, I'm not worried about protein like that, right? I think America always, oh, you need to eat dead carcass to have protein. Well, what happens if your body doesn't react well to meat, right? So what do I do? Oh, you got to eat yogurt. What if your body doesn't react well to yogurt, to dairy? What do? When I'm eating a strict, I don't want to say strict, but when I'm eating a plant-based meal or a plant-based diet, I don't care about always eating protein. A lot of times if I'm eating my beans, I'm getting my protein. It may not be as much protein as a piece of chicken or a steak, but I'm getting my protein, you know? So the thing is when you go on the American Heart Association for meals, what are they telling you? They have red meat on there. Now, if you saw the movie What the hell is this? Okay, I gotta open that bag because I don't know what that is. That's a black potato? If you saw the movie What the Health on Netflix, when the guy went to have a meeting with someone from the American Heart Association and he started talking about the meals, the guy got up and walked out. Do y'all remember that? Well, damn, this is a black ass potato. This is a black potato. Where the hell did this come from? Well, oh, all right. I've never seen these before. Okay. I thought it was something wrong with it. Okay. So when it comes down to it, some of these places, these doctors' offices, these surgeons, they make money off of how if we eat bad, right? They make money off of, well, if you have high blood pressure, if you have high cholesterol, this is why, it's so expensive to eat healthy, but you can go and get a cheeseburger for $2 or $1. They want us to be unhealthy. It creates it creates more money for them in their pocket. So it's up to us to say, you know what? I'm going to make a better choice. Hey, you see that black ass potato? I ain't never seen a black potato before. We have not so many tomatoes. Do you remember the grapefruit diet? Yes. Okay. So that tough part of the asparagus, you cut it off, then cook the soft part. Okay. I thought I did cut it off. I mean, I did. So the thing is these little stalks of asparagus was within one of those ready-made containers with the plastic over that had peppers, onions, and asparagus. I just took the peppers and the onions out to make the onion wrap. That's what I did. So I'm like, let me go ahead and make this asparagus. So I don't like the asparagus that thick. Those big tree branches. I don't like it that thick. But like I said, I'm not a big asparagus person. So I eat it, but it's not, I don't necessarily buy it. I feel like I want it to be cooked some more, but I think it's done. Let me taste it. Let's taste it. Let me taste it. Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was going to slap like that. My bad. So we're going to taste a piece of the fish along with some of these tree branches. Okay. We're going to taste a piece of fish with some tree branches. I think I had too many tree branches. I just want a few. And then I'm going to transfer this to a container and Tete will be done cooking, and I love this ish. I can't wait to cook for my fake husband. So I just got this small piece of fish and then let me just take a piece of this. So what I'm going to do is like, this is done. Yes, of course this is done, right? The fish is done, but I want it to brown. So I'm not eating this tonight. I'm going to fold it up and to put it in a container and right. It's going to go in the refrigerator. But when I go to heat this up, I'm going to keep it open and I'm going to broil it. So that way everything will get a little brown. But here we go. Now let's taste it. Oh, let me close this back. I be cooking, y'all. I might not be cooking like everybody else, but I have to cook for what's best for me. And I can tell you this, every boyfriend I had was like, oh my God. I even had one cook for me. I said, well, damn. You cooking for me? Uh-oh. He was nervous. I came in the kitchen. He was like, get out the kitchen. I'm like, oh, okay. Dang. He was really nervous, though. It's funny when you see a young man turning into a man and him doing things for a woman that he may have never done before. But he made some baked chicken and some mashed potatoes and some string beans. I ate real good that night. Shoot. I came home, my clothes was folded up. I said, where are my clothes? He's like, oh, I washed them. I said, he trying to get some tonight. I said, okay, let me fold them up. All right, since he's cooking, let me go fold them up. He said, I folded them up. I ran to the room, looked in my dresser. I said, this boy done folded up, because I folded up my underwear. I said, this boy done folded up my underwear. Look at God. You know, he didn't turn out to be the one, but he's the one that gave me the nickname Tay Tay. He's the one that I was working out when I was with him. I just started working out, and he was like, well, not just started working out, but he would watch TV. I'll be on the treadmill. You think he cared? No, he just turned the TV up. I said, you know, that's why I care about you. Until you try to choke me to death. I said, what the hell? Right? He wanted to be a player, didn't want to choke me to death. Look at this. Oh, y'all, let me see. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna let y'all see me. Hold on. Let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, this looks like it has the gangster lean. I love my veggie salad. I love veggie salads. Okay. I'm gonna tell you the great food diet, Steelers Nation. My grandmother was on a great food diet in the late 1970s, and she loved it. You see? Okay, now, moment of truth. This is good, y'all. Holy F. This is delicious. And what is this? A protein-packed meal. Okay. I wanted it to be brown, but this fish is mother effing banging. You hear me? Y'all. Now, don't tell Red Lobster that I got this from there, right? A long time ago, okay? But it was just a little bit. And it's all gone. That was really good. That was really good. Okay. So now I can put bon appetit. Now I can go ahead and make, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. This was so good. This was so good, y'all. I tell you, if we ever somewhere together, we can all cook together. Because this is really good. So, sorry, drinking my water. So I'm going to saute some asparagus, not asparagus. What is it? Arugula. I'm going to saute, I think I'm going to saute the rest of the arugula because I don't want it to go bad. So I can make some fried potatoes and onions. I can make some sauteed arugula. And I will be able to kind of reenact the dish that I had when I went to Mexico. You know that Gambian piece of right? Stole my hard drive, right? So now I don't have a lot of my pictures, right? But he's a piece of shit. And he's always going to be a piece of shit, right? This is what you do. And this is why your family was poor for generations. So good luck with that, my ninja. Good luck with that. Tay gonna move on with her beautiful life that God gave me, not stealing stuff from people, right? Claiming that they love them. I'm like, boy, you don't love me. You love my doggy style. Let me stop. So, but these people are whores. Some of these people are straight up whores. That's what they do. They're prostitutes. You come to their country and the first thing they do is want to have sex. They lead with sex because they think, oh, Americans, that's all they want to do is sex, schmeck, right? That's what they do. So tomorrow I'm going to make the fried potatoes and onions. I'm going to saute the arugula, and I'm going to try to reenact the meal. I had cod when I went to Mexico and had dinner on the water with the Venezuelan woman. If I ever get married, I'm gonna go right to her, Marlene, I want to get married in your backyard. Now, even if she has a problem with me, she's still gonna tell me yes. Yeah, she's gonna cater the damn wedding. Bet that. Um, but I think people just sometimes they don't know that I'm not the one to take your BS. If I'm your friend, then I'm your friend. Don't come at me with any nonsense just because I'm black. I'm not like the black people that are here. They're very subservient to these people, to the others, and I'm just like, why? You can be who you are. I can be who I am, and we don't have to infringe on each other's culture or whatever. But if you think that I'm going to kiss your ass because you're a fucking foreigner, then you have lost your damn mind. Okay? You've lost your mind. So, they realized that I saw her one day when I was doing Instagram. I was like, hi, my lady. Walked up to her and gave her a hug. She was like so surprised. I don't even know how we had a falling out, but it's probably because I'm not going to take your shit. But when I see you, I'm going to give you a hug. She was like, hi. She was very uncomfortable, but I was like, whatever. How can you be uncomfortable with me being nice to you? How you doing? So, mind you, her son then cheated. He got 2 children and he got another girlfriend and he don't want to. It's a mess. It's a mess. And you want to look at me, ma'am? Why? I don't know. You be nice to people and, they treat you bad. One Latin boy, I'll always see him. I was nice to him. I always speak Spanish to him. And one of the girls was like, they're Mexican, so she said something in Spanish. And he said, ¿Quién ella? Right? So I was like, what did you say, Maria? What did you say? So now she was sitting there looking stupid, right? So I said, what did she say? Nate, what did she say? So he was like, oh, she said that she's going to whoop your ass, right? It's funny how they think we're all so aggressive, right? But I could say, well, don't cut me, right? Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you, Steelers Nation. I could say, y'all, I don't know. I just looked down at the mic and it had went out. Let me do the other one. I feel like it must have just went out. But I wanted to say thank you so much for the super chat, Steelers Nation. I appreciate you. I love you all, right? I have never met you all, but you bring me light and you allow me to come out of my shell when it comes to cooking. And I'm so appreciative for that. right? Some of you all are older than me. You share wisdom, knowledge with me when I'm cooking. And I feel like that's what it's about. It doesn't have to be about all the nonsense. And I thank God for you all. Thank you for the super chats. Like I said, I don't know when this went out. Thank you, Ollie Baby Girl. You're an amazing person and chef. Thank you. I try to be a good person. I'm not always perfect, right? Sometimes people don't like me, be like, she's a bitch, right? But I appreciate you all. I try to cook as best as I can. I forgot I do have to make these. Oh, so maybe I will be making these because I don't want them to go to bad. This is a yam. This is a yam too. This is the orange one. This is the white one. And this is acorn squash. Y'all. I have a video of me making stuffed acorn squash. I have to upload that for you all too. But I'm going to make something tomorrow. I might make some sweet potatoes because I can eat a sweet potato or, well, a yam sweet potato. You know, they're two different things. But I can eat one of those with my, for dinner with my snack box as well, right? So all of these things, you know, eating the way I eat, all it does is you're just eating like Thanksgiving every day, but you're just not eating any meat. You're just eating a bunch of sides. That's what it boils down to. So in regards to the grapefruit diet, I have to look it up again, but what I remembered, because I was doing it to lose a little weight at that time. Now this was over 10 years ago because I've been out here for 10 years. So it was definitely over 10 years ago. This is done. This is ready to go. Thank you so much. We all have our off times. That's what makes us human. I agree. So when it comes to the grapefruit diet, so what I learned was the recipe called for the ruby red grapefruit juice. But if you see my finger still jacked up, I cut the nail off though. So she tells me to keep doing this. So I'm going to keep doing this, right? I think she don't know what the hell she's talking about. But it calls for using the ruby red grapefruit juice. Oh, she told me to push it down. I can't even push it down. Look at this. Ouch. That shit hurt. Ouch. So it calls for the meal call for the ruby red grapefruit juice. Now, this is what it said. You have 2 slices of bacon. You have 2 eggs fried, right? And then you drink a cup of ruby red grapefruit juice. Now, we know that ruby red grapefruit juice is not cheap, right? So while I'm doing that, let me put this stuff in the oven. I'm in the oven, in the refrigerator. So we know that ruby red grapefruit juice is not cheap, right? So I just wonder if you could use just a straight grapefruit, right? So it calls for ruby red grapefruit juice, and you drink that with every meal. So for breakfast, you have 2 pieces of bacon, 2 fried eggs, and a cup of grapefruit juice. I would think a grapefruit will be fine, right? You maybe eat the whole grapefruit, or you take it and you squeeze the way I want to squeeze some people's necks, but I don't want to go to prison, right? You just squeeze until you get all the juice out and drink it. Now, you don't have to have a juicer. What do I have? Where is it? Okay, so I don't know where the bottom is, but I have this, right? And it has a little thing, a little cup thing, and I just cut this in half and I squeeze, right? These are little things. You can use these instead of buying a big ass juicer, right? So that's for breakfast. For lunch, you have a salad. And did it have meat? I have to double check if you could put meat on it. Maybe a piece of grilled chicken or something. But you have a salad and you have grapefruit juice, right? And then for dinner, you have a piece of fish, chicken, or whatever, some protein, right? Piece of meat and vegetables. And what else do you have? Grapefruit juice. And they were saying you do that for X amount of days. Don't quote me because it's been so long. But you can probably Google grapefruit grapefruit diet for heart patients. Grapefruit diet for heart patients, right? With eggs and bacon. You could put certain things in it and it should pop up. And you do that for X amount of days and you're guaranteed to lose quite a bit of pounds. I think it was like 50 pounds or something. Now, you know, if you want to lose a quick pounds, then I guess it's okay to do it. But you know, you have to consult with your doctor or things like that. But there were a lot of things that back in the day our ancestors used and they were slim. You see how people were dressing in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s? Our sisters were skinny as hell. How? Because they were moving, right? They would go dancing. They were walking everywhere. They were eating. They weren't eating fast food because they didn't have money to eat the fast food. So they were eating at home. All of those values, you know, things change when you have to work all these crazy jobs and, you know, for the children and all this other stuff. All of those things change. But if we can get back to the basics, then I feel like we can get back to where we used to be. We just got to get back to the basics. But yes, that's what I remember about the grapefruit diet. These grapefruits are probably about to be done. So what I should do is cut them and put them in the freezer and throw them in my smoothies. You know, I'll throw something in my smoothie in 2.5 seconds. Why is this not fitting in here? Sugar, honey, iced tea. What are you going to fit in? Will you fit in here? Nope, that's too small too. What the hell? Oh, my knee hurt. Okay. What can I put this in? All right, so let's see if it'll fit in here. I can't wait to you know, hook up my backyard, guys. Hook up my put my tent up. I can't wait to do all those things. Put my lights down. All right, so you know what? I'm mad as hell it won't fit in none of these. What the hell is going on here? What the helly? Oh man. I'm not gonna talk about it that in this one, but I wanna do a I do wanna do all right, look. It won't fit, make it fit, right? That's what they said on Friday. It ain't enough, make it enough. Okay. So that way I can wash this, I can wash that last pan, and Dafa J, it is finished. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you all that have blessed me with your presence this evening. And for the super chats, I appreciate you. And congratulations, a big congratulations to RH for you know, her wedding. She just got married, so we love that for you and about you, and we wish that you and your spouse will have multiple generations of happiness and love and oneness, and y'all against the world. I wish you all the best. And I'll see you all tomorrow, because y'all know I still got to cook some things tomorrow. I have to make the fried potatoes and onions. So we're going to make that. We're going to make the sweet potatoes. I'm probably going to bake them. I'm probably going to throw them in the Ninja air fryer. And it's nothing like a baked sweet potato or baked yam, which is butter, salt, and pepper, right? You don't need all the other stuff for me. And I'm going to make the falafel. And then I think I'm done. So I am going to shower and enjoy the rest of my evening. And I'm going to curl up with a book. How about you? Ali Baby says, I can't do the grapefruit diet because it's dangerous combination with my heart medications. Now that, oh, but it's good that you know that, Ali Baby girl, right? It's really good that you know that. But what I would say, if you can't do this, the premise of this video today was to basically make small changes to your diet, right? So for me, like I said, in order for me to not eat out and eat bad, what do I need to do? I make my bento snack boxes. It has fiber in it. They're low calories. It's giving me the sweetness that I want, or the tartness when it gives me the radishes, or when I have the radishes, or if I have the olives. But they're just small changes that we can make. Just small changes. Instead of eating from a big plate, a lot of times Excuse me. You saw what I ate out? I'll eat out of this. I'll eat out of this, right? It's like I'm just tricking my brain, right? We talked about how back in the day our parents made these big meals and told us, you eat it all, you better eat it all, you better eat everything. But what if they would have just gave us a smaller plate, right? Maybe our stomachs was like, we didn't want to eat all that back in the day, right? But this is you get these things in your mind, and a lot of times we overeat, right? One of the things Joe says is listen to your body, drink more water. Sometimes you're not hungry, you're just thirsty, And with COVID, when COVID happened, we were home a lot. And what happened? We weren't even hungry. We were just going to the refrigerator just to eat. So it's really retraining your mind. And then on top of that, giving yourself grace. Because like how many people used to come on my page and say, oh, you ain't doing anything, you still fat. Well, you think if I just start eating right and exercising one day and then we just get slim the next day? No, it doesn't work like that. It takes time. Everything takes time. We have to give ourselves grace. Okay, I'm not where I want to be. I still got a gut. I still have a gut. But I know if I keep working towards this goal, eventually I'm going to make it to the finish line. And that's what I want to leave you with, Ali Baby Girl, and everyone else. Give yourself some grace, right? Maybe we didn't know better. Now we know better. So now we can do better. Bacon is a big no-no with heart problems. But if you watch on Netflix, What the Health? They have red meat and everything on there. That's why they wouldn't talk to the guy that was doing the interview, because red meat is horrible. But if you go to the American Heart Association, you go to their recipes, they have red meat on there. So that's why I say it's so good for you to know what you're supposed to be eating and what you're not supposed to be eating, because society wants us sick. Society wants us sick. They make more money from us, right? I haven't had pork in generations. That's one thing I don't eat meat anymore, but pork is one thing that I wouldn't eat anymore. But when I did, it was delicious. It was delicious. So God bless you all and good night. Thank you so much for joining me. See you tomorrow.